Hello there everyone. In this video I'm going to talk to you about the NTSB report revealed about the unauthorized person that was struck in Lynbrook back in April. Not only are we going to talk about that, we're going to talk about some very good news, and that is of course about the XFL. The XFL today had a press conference revealing the 8 cities that will of course be host to the second coming of Vince McMahon's football league. So the first report we're going to talk about is of course the official National Transportation Safety Board report on what happened back in April when an unauthorized person was struck and killed by a train at the Lynbrook LIRR station. So this is of course from NBC4 New York, along with Newsday did of course publish a story online. So according to the NTSB, the unauthorized person, who was later identified as a man, was extremely drunk. So we're going to read this. So the man who passed on was 65 years old and was tracked by a Long Island Railroad train when he stepped off into the platform after a trip to the New York International Auto Show back in April. Was likely going ahead, sorry about that. Was likely caused by his actions, not those of the LIRR, officials said back on Tuesday. The man, later identified as Carl Azith, got off the train at Lynbrook at around 8 p.m. on April 5th. when he contacted the side of the train and was dragged and killed by it as it left the station. And of course, it was dark at the time. Investigators from the NTSB board and the MTA police department reviewed video footage of the accident and determined 2 key factors that likely caused it. First, Azareth didn't realize the train was moving as he walked onto the station platform, according to the accident report released back on Tuesday. That was listed as the probable cause. A contributing factor, the NTSB said, was a high level of alcohol in Azareth's blood at the time. His blood level was at 0.23, nearly triple the legal limit of 0.08. Okay, assistance conductor signaled to the conductor with a flashlight that all passengers were clear of the train prior to the train departing. The conductor acknowledged the signal, closed the train doors, which again, if you know how it works on the Long Island Railroad, you hear the beep, beep, beep when the door closes, and apparently that's what happened, and signaled the engineer to depart the station. After the train began moving, the conductor said that he saw a person move toward it about halfway down the platform. The conductor said that the person made contact with the 5th or 6th car and either held onto it or was dragged along the platform by the train. The conductor immediately called the engineer over the intercom and told him to stop the train. The conductor also signaled the engineer to stop the train. After the train stopped, the conductor and assistant conductor got off and found Azareth dead. NTSB reviewing of the video supported the conductor's connection. Federal officials said the footage showed Azareth reaching out to touch the moving train, then leaning into it. Weeks after Azareth's death, his best friend sued the Long Island Railroad for $10 million, alleging the gap between station platforms and train killed his friend, and that evidence that the railroad's negligence. The Long Island Railroad told Newsday back on Monday at the time it did not comment on pending litigation. The status of the civil suit wasn't immediately clear on Tuesday. So that is, of course, information with regards to what happened back in April. And if you don't remember, during this incident, service was reduced and or temporarily suspended on the Babylon branch because of this. So one last thing I want to bring up. This was an M7 train. So I can confirm to you all that media didn't report it, but it was an M7 train that unfortunately was the culprit of this incident. And lastly, I can refer now to the good news, and that is, of course, of the XFL. The 8 cities have been announced for its return to start between February 7th and 8th of 2020. The 8 cities will be Los Angeles at the StubHub Center in Carson, California, where the Los Angeles Chargers currently play. New York City, MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, where the New York Giants and Jets play. Seattle Seahawks, where the Seattle Seahawks play at CenturyLink Field, so Seattle will be host. St. Louis is getting a football team back at the Dome in America Center in St. Louis, Missouri. Tampa Bay at Raymond James Stadium, Washington, D.C., and I had the other team. I'll try to pull it up, everyone. I do apologize. I had a screenshot of it, but if not, we can pull it up via the web article. I do have internet, of course, so let's see what city I missed. Right, we missed Washington, D.C. So, once again, I'll run it down. It's Dallas, Houston, Los Angeles, New York, Seattle, St. Louis, Tampa Bay, and Washington, D.C. And, of course, this was announced earlier today in New Jersey at a joint press conference with Vince McMahon and, of course, the commissioner of the XFL. They don't list who the XFL commissioner is, but there is a commissioner of the XFL, so at least the good news is hopefully the New York Hitmen are coming back. We don't know the name of the team at the moment. That will be announced in Q1 of 2019 according to the XFL commissioner. So that's good news that once again XFL football is coming back, and hopefully the second coming will be better than the first attempt, which don't really want to get into. It was controversial, and no need to discuss it now. So that being said, thank you all for watching. Until the next one, please take care.